Right, everybody, man, this is Anthony Brogdon from Strong Inspirations coming at you for sure. I got a brother, he in his car, he ready to Zoom with us. He ready to share some stories. And what happened was, I don't know how I found this guy. I must admit, I sent him he got a newspaper that he's been doing for the last 5 years. He's a conscious dude, right? He's in that community in Michigan, about 2 hours from Detroit, called Muskegon. And he's a conscious guy, and he's trying to uplift his community. And I saw the article or something like that. I'm not exactly sure, but watch this. We're going to come up with something here that's going to blow your mind. I'm going to let him tell it too. And so what I want you to do, my friends, is hit the subscribe button on the channel. It's free. It don't cost you no money to subscribe. It just say I subscribe. And how about this? I'm so excited. Yesterday, I went over 500 subscribers. Now I'm at 505. This thing is growing. How about this? I want you to hit the like button on this video because he's going to say something. Watch. I'm going to get him there. That he's going to blow your mind. Watch this. So like the video, hit the notifications bell when the videos come up, and I'm doing 4 or 5 videos a week. This thing is growing. People hitting me up now. I'm doing more international stuff. And then tell somebody about Strong Inspirations. Don't keep it to yourself. Do something like send somebody a note. Send them an email, send them a text message and say, hey, man, just check out Strong Inspirations on YouTube. That's all you got to say. It takes 5 minutes to do that. Tell somebody about all this good Black history that these people are coming on my channel and are sharing. And what I do is I just try to ask an intelligent question. That's all I do, my friend. I know he's been waiting. I got a couple more things. How about this? I'm having my own festival in Quindaro, Kansas, Memorial Day weekend 2022. I want at least 1,000 people to show up. And we're going to do stuff like we're going to party in a barn Friday night and drink moonshine and sweet tea and wear your dusty blue jeans. Saturday, we're going to have a tour of Quindaro, and we're going to have a picnic with some music by the local artists, DJ, health fair, food by the people of the area, and a bonfire that night, and watch the stars. And we're gonna hear them voices of them slaves, because what happened in Quindaro was, it's right across the Mississippi River from Missouri. Missouri was a slave state. They was holding our brothers and sisters captive. And if you could get across that river, you was free. And so I interviewed a guy, he's on the channel, his great-great-grandfather did that. In the middle of the night, the water froze because it was winter, and he ran across the thing. The guy gonna tell the stories from what he can, recollect. He landed and got across the river and on the shore in Quindaro, and then my man was so tight that he started his own business. And became successful, man. Come on, you can't hold us brothers and sisters down. You can't do it. No way. That's one of the things that my man is going to talk about on this channel. You can't hold us down, and we're going to keep fighting to get it right. Where y'all trying to keep us down and get it wrong. How about that? So that's going to be happening. More information is coming, and I might even have 2 festivals next year. I'm thinking about it because the infrastructure is already there. I'm going places where they're already doing things. I'm just saying, come and hang with me. Lastly, on this, I want you all to do a couple things for me personally, my friends, which are going to help you. I got a movie out. I'm a filmmaker. It's called Business in the Black, The Rise of Black Business in America, Slaves Who Went to College, Black Millionaires in the 1800s. What racists tried to do to destroy Black business districts is all in my movie. I went to 40 cities showing this on my own dime. Sometimes I won, sometimes I lost. And even in the losses, I give you an example of a loss, so to speak. I'm in Little Rock, Arkansas. I had about 2 weeks notice because I had a showing in Pine Bluff and I had to fly into Little Rock. So I called up, found a guy, said, can we do a showing? He said, yeah, man. And nobody showed up. So me, him, and his girlfriend sat there and watched the movie. He had a beautiful facility, you know, little art center type place. My man was so impressed, he gave me $100. And he had to do that. I gave him 4 DVDs. He said, that's all. I'll share these with people. And my movie is streaming on Amazon. I wrote this book, Black business book, over 200 facts, similar as the movie, but I don't have the interviews that the movie has, but I do have more facts. It's thorough, man. You can't beat, how about this? I believe in this so much. You read my book and you don't learn nothing new, I give your money back. You just send me a message, say, man, I knew all them facts. I give your money back. To get a copy of this, I'll autograph it. Every 10th book I sell, I donate one to a school. You buy 10 books, you donate them to the schools. Let them kids know this information. I didn't know it. I just didn't. I might have been asleep that day. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I ain't heard about no slaves owning businesses. Just didn't hear that. The book is available on my website. Just go to my website, everybody. It's called the website is businessintheblack.net. Businessintheblack.net is the website. How about this? One more thing, couple more things. You can follow me on Twitter at A Strong Dream. I'm posting Twitter all the time. You can go to my Facebook page, Black Business Book, Business in the Black, and Black History Then and Now. I got 3 Facebook pages. I use the word strong a lot, which stands for strength, tenacity, resilience, and a sense of oneness, nobility, and grace. And that's my introduction to my brother. He's sitting there, man. I'm glad he didn't cut me off because he said, man, I got to go, man, but I want to tell these stories. Come on, brother, man. So, man, tell us your name and where you are, and we're going to get it on.
My name is Robert D. Williams. On Facebook, I'm author Robert D. Williams. I'm the owner of One Shot Publications. And under that, I own a newspaper called the Black Paper Weekly. And I got a story behind myself. You mentioned Kansas. I've been to Leavenworth Penitentiary down at the federal penitentiary, and I took that upon myself to build a future for myself. And I got a special gift when it comes to like helping others in my area because like I'm from Muskegon, Michigan, like he said, 2 hours away from Detroit, roughly 3. But a lot of people don't know the information that some people know or don't, or even when they do have access to it, they don't know how to accept it or break it down. So some people, like Brother Anthony here, got a knack for breaking down information and giving it to the people and spreading it. That's why he can acquire and gather followers and people listening, tune in and hear what he got to say. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm here. So I think he's one of those people like me. But up here, it's getting bad, and we got a long fight trying to regain our city, and we got gentrification moving in. So we doing a lot with this Buy Black thing that I was telling you about.
Okay, and hold on. Let me ask you a couple questions about yourself since you said something and you, I guess, didn't mind. You've been a conscious guy all your life, so to speak, or did you get more conscious when things took their turn for you?
I mean, it's a different kind of conscious. It's you can be conscious and still do wrong. You can be aware of your capabilities and still use it in wrong ways. So I'm gonna have to say, yeah, it's just a time that I learned what I was capable of, where you turn it around and use it for what it's worth and to get further in life.
So, did you met people that also had the same mindset, and while you were where you were, did y'all share stories that kind of uplift each other?
Yeah, and it changed my views because people got the perception of a gangster and what a gangster's supposed to be, and these big time gang members and this and that. But when you see these people in real life, the so-called bad ones, they really, like, you see a different quality in them when you're in these situations and circumstances, and they make you want to do better because they strive for better. They know the things they done, so you get a genuine sense what doing better is. You know what I'm saying? So you
Yeah,
strive for it. Yeah.
I love
So
it. Did you disappoint yourself?
when I went to prison,
Yeah.
now I've been to prison a lot. I ain't ashamed of it. I've been to prison a lot of times. That's my past, but it also what made me. But one time I did. Then it got to the point where you just want to get it over with, and then I even sacrificed. Like, just imagine you have 5 years of probation, or then I can just either take off running, and because I got a dream, I wanted to build my publishing company. I came on with all these books written, and I want to do what I got to do. I don't want to do what they want me to do. I'm not trying to sound like I'm just a
I love it.
outlaw, man, but I got a dream. I don't want to get lost in the sauce. I don't want to be a robot. I don't want to be. I want to be me. I want to be the person I want. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I love it.
So
Did what book maybe turned it for you? Or a group of books that you really like that you follow?
you talking about books that I've read?
Yeah, yeah.
I would have to say Maya Angelou's son, Guy Johnson, Standing at the Scratch Line. That book really did it for me. He tell these stories, man, but how he tell them is like you can relate, but it's old school. It's like how the two families used to feud back in the day. I can't remember the two names of the families, but it was something like that. But how he told it, and it was so graceful, and it was nice, man. So that
Yeah.
one, and then it was another one that turned my mind. It was called "The Glory of My Demise," but it was about a dude trapped in the ghetto, and he was talking to a reporter, and they was on a rooftop, but he was explaining. They were looking down at everything, and the dude explaining to a person that don't understand, but he making them understand
Right.
things that he don't understand. So it was different. So it just different points of views that did it for me. And Walter Mosley, anything he write, I like Walter Mosley.
I love it. Do you know how your family got to Muskegon?
My grandma, they from Mississippi. My great grandma, I had some family. All my family from down in Mississippi came up north, and some of my family stopped off in Chicago, Illinois. And my great grandma said she didn't want to raise her family in a big city. So she moved over here to a small city, Muskegon, because the industry was growing, the steel mill and the refineries and all that, the foundries. They was
Okay.
going real strong. And she moved up here. My great grandma had 18 kids, and they all up here.
How many?
And 18.
Woo!
Yeah, she had 18, but a lot of them done moved off. They grown now, though.
So you got 17 brothers and sisters.
No, these my great aunties.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got a big family on both sides.
Sounds like it.
And we go by numbers. So I think I'm number 74.
What about so what was the industry of Muskegon that she came? What did she do for a living?
She was a housewife. She just raised the kids and a devout Christian. She didn't do nothing. My granddaddy went to the foundry, and he got cancer from it in the long run. That and the liquor, and it took him out, but it provided a living for everybody. So
It's kind of amazing how the black men they gave them the worst of the jobs, and then it affected their health. Do you remember seeing that affect his health?
yeah, I remember seeing him on the bed just laying there, man. And it did a lot, and I still see people working in the foundries today. But they know now, so it's the chance that they take. And I mean,
How about this? So all of this, were you a good writer in grade school? Or how did you become a writer?
well, to be honest, I think I was a good writer in grade school, but when I really remember I started writing was probably when I was like 19, and I got to keep it real. I was
I
writing
love
gang.
it.
I would write gang literature. I would read army books, and I would make up my own rules and laws and pamphlets and brochures, and I would always just write things down. A girlfriend that I was with at the time said you was always writing. Then I went to prison. Then I was burnt, and I would stick at the TV and watch Army stuff still and keep adding to it. But then it came a point where I just switched over to writing stories and poetry, and it was a contest in the cell one day. And from that day, I just fell in love.
Really?
From that
So
day, I
again,
just
I'm
fell
gonna
in
go
love.
back to this point, man, and I think I want everybody to understand this. You a deep brother for to sit there and write. And how about this? When you was doing that, did you want your boys to know, or you kind of kept that to yourself because you didn't want them to think you, for a lack of a better word, you a chump because you like to write? How about that?
Nah, every page I wrote, I used to hand it up to somebody and they would read it as I wrote it.
I love it.
It pushed me for. People don't judge me like that. Like, I'm one of the people that can still mix in, but still be righteous. Like, bro, why you doing that? Like, and I don't feel ashamed about it because I got respect from the old days.
I love it.
I just stand on righteousness, man. Right is right. Like, for instance, like, all right, one time, it's a jail story. I was in jail, and I love books. I probably don't read that much, but I'm a lover of books. This is my life. And, I ain't no racist, but some people might try to take advantage of certain people inside the jail.
I
But
got you.
some people might need a book to keep their sanity. So I would keep the books and I would make sure that everybody had an equal opportunity at the book, so wouldn't nobody lose their mind, because they got big lockdowns and you barely coming out, but people need this sanity, man. You know what I'm saying? And the right is right. You can look at me how you want to look at me. But
we own it, man. You on point.
Yeah.
You on point. How about this one? Could you imagine somebody, and I'm taking you back in the back days, and I know you hear these stories and probably heard somebody that went to jail for something they didn't do just because they was Black?
Yeah.
I don't know what my question is, but there's a question there.
I can explain it. If you want me to, I can explain it. For
I'm
instance,
not saying your story, but just in general.
Yeah.
Okay.
It can happen like this. We all I call it occupied territory. I don't want to say, yes, I do. I have a good relationship with the cops because they have to respect me. I know the law. I got my First Amendment. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
I pull up, they can tell me I'm gonna arrest you for what? I ain't done nothing. I'm just making sure my people straight.
I got you.
So when it come down, even if you ain't done nothing, you get down there, you can't bind out, you forced to tap out, you gonna take a case that you ain't did or don't want, maybe, just because you want to go home. They might come and say, well, we'll drop the first degree down to a third degree, but you leave the day on probation. Now you a numb in the system, all because you didn't want to sit in jail, but you ain't done nothing. So that's how I roll around.
I know a guy, I got him on my channel, everybody. Y'all got to watch this video. He was 13 years old down in Jackson, Tennessee. Yeah, Jackson, Tennessee, I think it was. The Freedom Riders came through. Now, the Freedom Riders was the people that, was helping integrate the transportation system. He was enthralled by them people. And they were getting beat up and dog sicked on them all along the way, all the different stops. He go down there, his buddy, he just on a little joke, push him in the Greyhound bus station. The police officer standing right there. He arrests my man. They put him in prison for 5 days. That's the injustices that a lot of Black men have faced over the years.
Yeah.
For just, for just being a Black person. And I got it, and that runs through our history. So as a writer, are you you like writing stories, you do poetry, and now you do articles, you do news articles of what's going on in the community?
Yeah, I do that. I do interviews like you're doing. I do news articles. I write fiction, nonfiction. I do cookbooks. I do self-help. I do motivation. I do it all. It's just my thing. It's my gift.
I love it, man.
It's what I train to do, man.
Are you a good typer?
Yeah, and it's a crazy thing about the typing because I learned on my own. And I don't use a home key, the home row. But if I try to go take a class, it messed me up. I can't type the right way. It slowed me down, but I can type my way fast.
1 or 2 fingers typing, that kind of thing?
No, I type.
Oh, you do the whole, yeah, okay, well, that's it then.
I just don't do it the proper way.
I got you.
It throw me all the way off. It's like reteaching myself how to walk somebody else's way.
Do you have other people help you write with your newspaper, or you kind of do most of it?
I did at first, but Not anymore. I was kind of raunchy at first. I used to just kind of put a lot of people on blast. That's why I was telling you. Now I kind of figured out the voice and the power that I have, and I should use it for better things, to like solve things and not antagonize. So now I kind of lost people, and I
You
don't
got a
cater to
following now, don't you?
Excuse me.
You got a following. There are people who waiting on your paper to come out.
Yeah, yep.
You found your target market.
Yep, I ain't even really hit it yet. I've been waiting to put myself in a better position, and I'm working on book 4 in this series that I'm working on. So I got like 8 books ready to be. They already ready. Just need to make sure everything uniform and all my addresses, etc., all my marketing material, my front and back matter, make sure everything in place. And then I'm going. When I go, I'm going. I got a pen pal site, and everything I do work in conjunction with one another. The
Oh, I
synergy.
love it.
Yeah. So I just want to make sure everything ready. I want to jump the gun
Yeah.
because my target market is I've been there is eventually the prison system, and that's a small community. And once material gets stuck in there, it gets recycled, room to room, prisoner to prisoner, and I don't want nobody sharing misinformation or wrong addresses, crossing wires,
Yeah.
and I want everything in somebody's face at once. So when my ship come in, it's coming in. I don't want to
I
trip.
love it.
I want it to come.
I love it. You gonna cry?
I cry every day. I cry every day. It's a blessing, man. I'm like right now. I'm working on. I'm service certified. So what I'm doing right now, I was just out to eat, and I'm working on my. This my papers from the health department for my food truck. I got a
Okay.
camper that I'm converting into a food truck called Viciously Delicious Eats and Treats, and I'm working on that. And by the way, I got my certification in Leavenworth, Kansas, the federal penitentiary down in Kansas. So it ain't all bad, man. It's just about what you do with it. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
But when I say cry, when you hit it, when you get that, when you hit that truck, you get them sales, and now you got some real money, you
Then
gonna
I'm gonna
cry
cry like
then?
then I'm gonna cry like a baby. Now I cry every day. It's hard to understand how I do it. I don't even understand it. So it's by me trying to wrap my mind. When I write, I talk to my like I just bust out laugh like man. I don't understand how I be writing the stuff. I don't try to figure it out. I just get better and I cry sometimes. I understand. It's a good thing. I had to let it out because I'm in a place where it ain't even good. I mean, it's good. I'm looked at different, not bad, but I stand out a lot because of what I do.
I got
It's
you.
like then I'm in a small town, so I'm like a lightweight celebrity. I hate it, but
Really?
I'm learning to absorb and take it. And I just learned this word last year, fortitude, the mental fortitude, because I worked so much at building up my career, my writing, the newspaper, this, and then now I get what I wanted. Now everybody looking at me. It's kind of hard to accept sometimes. So you have to be ready for that too. When you get
Yeah.
what you're asking for, you have to be ready. And that's another thing. What I was
You're gonna have some
saying
jealousy
about,
coming.
yeah, I understand. Big jealousy. Yeah,
Have some
but
jealousy coming.
but you learn how to deal with all that as you go, though. You learn how to deal with it. You have to move different and adjust to how they going. Just like I'm working on different stuff, I had to take myself out of different elements. Once my publishing company gets set up, then I switch my not so much as switch my focus, but now I'm ready to add other components to my life.
I
So
got you.
now I'm building a whole network for myself where I don't really have to be in nobody else's life or see nobody unless
Yeah.
it's my life. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So
Now, earlier you were telling me about the black farmers trying to get a stand and buy black. What's that story?
that's the down in the Heights by the bus stop, downtown Muskegon Heights. Uh, we got approved to do a 2-day farmers market titled by Black. And I don't know why we had the title with that because they don't get a regular farmers market title, but
Yeah.
they titled this one by Black, and it made a big splash in the newspapers. But it's a stride. We get out downtown Muskegon ain't been used for a while, and I never saw it, but they say back in the day it used to be beautiful. They
Yeah.
said, yeah, they said it used to be laid out, but now the It's all type of blight. The poverty rate is up.
Yeah,
The crime rate is worse in Detroit and Flint. It's bad. It's bad. So they
yeah.
trying to get back. They fixing some streets. They doing something. We getting a few things done.
Oh, good.
Another thing we trying to stand on around here though is a big one. A guy Taiwan just got hit off a moped, but a lot of these streets around here don't have yield signs or stop signs
Yeah,
or the handicap accessible curves. They
I
not
got
just
you.
so people in wheelchairs have to go around and ride in the streets. So we fighting for all of that right now, and we just trying to see what come about. Last week we had a city council meeting and they came and laid down some wires. So I take that that they was monitoring the traffic to see which way they want to put the yield to stop sign.
Yeah.
So we making strides, but we just all got
Was
to
you
know
in
that
on that? You kind of came up with it. You talked to the city council yourself?
Yeah, I went and we be going with Pastor Huff. We got a neighborhood pastor, Pastor Huff. He kind of no nonsense. He get out
Yeah,
there.
man. You a bad dude, boy.
I opened up, listen. I opened up parks around here, man. When I first got out of prison, it was a park in the projects, man. Muskegon Heights projects, East Park Manor. And I never saw this park. It was new, but it was always a padlock on it. So, and I asked somebody that I'm with, like, man, how long that park been closed? They said 5 years. Why they don't know? It's brand new. All the equipment new. It's shiny. The kids is in the projects can't go to this park. Now it's like torture. So now I just go in there with my business card one day, and I got my my business stuff, and I ask to see the person in charge, and they say what you want. I'm here to talk about the park. They say, well, put your whatever you want in writing and come back tomorrow. So I give them my card, and I say, all right, and I leave, and I'm riding like 2 hours less, and that video that chain was off that park. And kids was flooding in there like Moses split the Red Sea. It was a beautiful sight, man. That more than anything really let me know that this worth doing something, even the smallest things. Then after that,
Yeah,
people will stop me and start asking me, well, what you
yeah,
think we can do for Easter? And so it's just about just making moves and doing small. That's small but big to the kids.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So you've even become an activist.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
you
strong
become an
word. I
activist.
like it.
They might ask you for run for
I was
office.
reading Barack. I was thinking about it, but I gotta create more distance. I would like to be the mayor. I mean, like the city of Muskegon Heights only got 10,000 people in it. They all know me. They all like me. I try to help everybody in the way I can. I ain't ready now, but I can. I believe I can do it.
I love it. Is your mother still alive?
Yep.
So she see what you're
Everybody see it.
doing.
Yeah, and it's like I almost noticed it from her side of the family, but with her, I see it from her, but where I noticed the different level of respect is from my mama's side of the family, like my aunt, the great aunties I was telling you about, the way they treat me and look at me now.
Yes.
I was always accepted, but I was always the bad dude. They always called me like killer. They go killer and stuff like that. Now I'm the writer, and they have to respect me on business, and it's a whole different field. They ask
Yes.
me for money and stuff. Now it's weird. It's cool.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
would
whole
imagine.
yeah.
As we kind of come to a close, was there a question or something that you wanted to say that I had not asked you? How about that first? Something that you're doing, something that's going on, anything like that?
No, I'm just wrapping up the rest of this book 4, man. Then I'm gonna start my marketing thing. I'm just on blackpaperonline.com right now. Let's
Yeah.
follow us on there. And
And
we
and,
on
and so how can somebody outside of Muskegon order your newspaper?
you can just send me an email. Yeah, I'm going regional. I'm planning on going regional once I kick all the way in. So I'm working on the plans to go regional. And
Okay.
I'm gonna say by the spring.
Do you have a website?
Yep, blackpaperonline.com.
Blackpaperonline.com.
Black paper.
Hey
And
man, I'm digging this, man. This is, hey, everybody, this is one of the reasons why I even come up with this channel, man. I don't know how I found this brother, but I'm so impressed. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. My friends out there, follow this guy. Let's make it happen for him.
BlackPaperOnline.com.
What's your email address?
One Shot Publications at gmail.com.
One Shot, it's gonna be in the thing. Something gonna happen, man. Watch. And you know the other thing that what works, and I know you kind of realize this, and you can feel it, man. God will take you all the way through.
Yes, he will.
God will take you all the way. All you got to do is execute the plan. Put something down, ask him, show him, think big, and then let it work. But you got to execute. You got to go through the motions. It's going to take some time. And that's how I look at it, even with this channel, man. I really love this, brother. I'm coming up there to Muskegon. I know a few Muskegon people. And I came up there once for the jazz concert that they had in the park. Al Jarreau was performing.
The Heritage Land and the jazz music in the park.
Yep.
Yeah,
I came up for that. Everybody, this is what we do with Strong Inspirations. I want you to hit the subscribe button on the channel, because I'm coming up with some stuff. I'm coming up with some stuff like this brother right here. Hit the like button on this video for sure, because he gave it to you straight, no chaser, like what I call myself doing. Hit the notifications bell. Tell somebody about Strong Inspiration. I find these intelligent people, and I let them do the talking. So to you, my brother, I say with all sincerity, my man, I want you to stay strong, stay safe, stay on your grind. I love what you're doing.
You too, brother.
God bless you, man. Stay straight. Keep doing it. You got a lot of years left, and it's going to work for you. I feel it. Everybody, we out. Bye-bye. Peace.